Hello everybody, my name is Coffee Cake and today we will be reading from the r/relationship advice subreddit. Our first story is, I, 24F, think my boyfriend M30 is cheating. We've been together for 5 years. I've 24F been dating my boyfriend 30M for about 5 years, and throughout those 5 years, we've both been really happy. We met when I was in college and he was visiting my roommate, his little sister, and we just hit it off. I moved into his place around the 2-year mark of us dating. For the sake of some privacy, I will just call him X. Recently, X has been weird though. He'll come home way later than he usually does from work, and he's been dodgy with his phone lately. The only reason I haven't confronted him is because I have read stories on here on my main account of people thinking their significant other is cheating, but really they are getting them a surprise or throwing a party. I also don't want to be a jealous girlfriend, as he has told me that in the past one of his girlfriends was really jealous and that's why they broke up. He is also my first serious boyfriend and I'm really happy in this relationship and I don't want to screw up. The only other thing though is that if he was cheating, I think I would know who it is with. He has this friend M29, I'll call him J. And J has this girlfriend, I'll call her R, who is 29F. R works at the same place as X. J and R have been friends with my boyfriend for a while, and R is really close to my boyfriend, and sometimes he'll invite just her over to our house. But I am there most of the time. If he was cheating, I think it would be her, but I could be wrong, so I can't ask her and ruin their friendship or something. So I really don't know what to do. Jay has no problem with R going over to our house without him, so it might just be me being jealous? I don't know. I know that R has also cheated on Jay in the past, so that's another reason, I guess. If you can't tell already, I kinda don't like R. Also, sorry if the letter names confuse you. I really don't want anyone I know being able to figure out that this is me or something. We are usually very open with our phones too. He can check mine whenever he wants and I can check his whenever I want. X has accused me of cheating before and it really hurt me because I wasn't, so I don't want to accuse him and then have him feel like I did or something. I really don't know what to do and I do love him, so I don't want to ruin our relationship. Commenter 1. Everything was normal until he accused you on cheating. Usually cheaters do this to deflect, lol. It's a really strange thing. Also, I firmly believe in a woman's intuition because I felt it when my ex was cheating, but I didn't know he was cheating. I just knew something was wrong and he was at work too much. He got with his coworker, lol. Commenter 2. At first I thought you were being paranoid. Then I read R also cheated on Jay in the past. And now I wouldn't trust her myself. I'm assuming X knows that as well. I would confront him about it and let him know how uncomfortable I feel toward this situation. However, I've been in your shoes before, so I remember how hard it was to work up the courage to do that. Talking to Jay might not be the worst idea. OP. I have thought about talking to Jay and asking him if R has been weird lately or something, but I'm not close to him, and I don't even have his phone number saved on my phone. Before I ask my boyfriend or anything, I think I'm gonna try to ask Jay. Update. So I want to say thank you to anyone who commented on my original post and gave me advice. I didn't think I was going to post an update as my last post didn't gain a lot of traction, but someone wanted an update, so here it is. Also, sorry if it's kind of long. The last 2 days have been chaotic, to say the least. When X, my now ex-boyfriend, got home the same day I posted originally, he came home late yet again by like an hour. He acted perfectly normal, so I was having second thoughts. But I decided to just go through with my plan on asking him why he was coming home late. This is what I asked him. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask, how come you've been coming home so late? I was told by Reddit to make sure it didn't sound like I was confronting him. He responded with a simple, oh, just traffic and meetings have been longer than usual. To me, that seemed like a perfectly reasonable explanation, and I let it go. Well, right when we went to bed, he was on his phone for a lot. From what I could tell, he was texting someone. He had hidden it in his bedside table. I looked through his and his girlfriend's texts, and found nothing suspicious. I was relieved for a second, but then I opened his Instagram up. Turns out he was cheating on me, just not with R, but some random girl he had met on Instagram. They had been texting regularly and he was leaving work early to go visit her. I couldn't believe it as we have been together for so long. Even though I had asked Reddit, I still wanted to be wrong. I kind of just sat there in shock for a while. We had talked about getting married, having kids, moving, getting pets, and making travel plans, all while he was hooking up with some girl. After I gathered myself, I had just put the phone back and laid down in bed. It took a while for me to fall asleep, but eventually I did. When we were eating breakfast, I confronted him, told him I knew everything and that we were breaking up. He begged me to let him have a chance to explain, but I said no and had gone through his phone and saw all of the texts. I packed while he was trying to get me to stay and then had my sister pick me up. Now I'm staying at her place. It was a blur and happened very fast as I just wanted to get out. Where I am heartbroken and wish I kind of never had found out. I know that I would have rather broken up with him than give him another chance as I have a zero tolerance for cheaters. And he knew this. I've been talking to my sister all morning today and according to her, she never liked him and always thought that when I was with him, I kind of just let him walk all over me. This happened so fast though, I have barely had any time to process it. He also has been spamming me with messages literally everywhere and I keep blocking him but he won't stop. But anyways, that's the update. My life's now shit. I live with my sister and I work pretty close to where he lives, so that's great. I haven't been single in a while, so I don't know what to do with all my extra time. Edit. No, I'm not messaging the girl and or ruining her life. I'm pissed at her, but I'm not a monster, sadly, unlike her. And I'm not ruining his life either. The most I would do is tell his family, but that sounds kind of childish, and I want to be the bigger person. Commenter 1. So glad this ended with you leaving. Stay strong and don't go back. Recovering from cheating is awful. Give yourself time to heal. It could take a year. After what happened to me, and actually, I was no contact for a year, I was surprised to realize he wasn't consuming my thoughts anymore. Then quickly it turned into, wow, I haven't thought of him at all this week. It just takes time. You got this. Obligatory woman to woman advice. Get tested. OP. I didn't even think to get tested. Thank you. I will set up a doctor's appointment ASAP. Now it's time for story 2. My 32M girlfriend 29F let her struggling friend crash on our couch and now I feel like I'm a stranger in my own home. How do I handle this without being the villain? My girlfriend Sarah and I have been living together for 2 years. Everything was great until about 3 weeks ago when her best friend Chloe went through a messy breakup. Sarah asked if Chloe could stay with us for a few days until she found a new place. I agreed because I wanted to be supportive, but 3 days has turned into 3 weeks and there is no end in sight. The problem is Chloe has completely taken over our living space. I work a high-stress job and all I want to do when I get home is sit down on my couch, play some games, and hang out with my cats. But every time I walk into the living room, Chloe is there. She's either watching reality TV at max volume, taking up the whole couch with her laundry, or talking loudly on the phone. My cats are stressed because she's constantly moving their stuff around, and I've basically been relegated to my bedroom if I want any peace. I've tried talking to Sarah about it, but she immediately gets defensive. She says Chloe is fragile right now, and that I am being heartless for wanting to kick her out when she has nowhere to go. I'm not saying she has to live on the street, but I pay 70% of the rent and currently feel like a guest in a hostel. Last night, I tried to sit down to play some Dota, and Chloe asked me to use headphones because the clicking was giving her a headache in my own living room. I love Sarah, but I'm starting to resent both of them. I feel like my boundaries are being completely ignored in favor of her friend's comfort. How do I sit Sarah down and make her understand that Chloe needs a hard deadline to move out without turning into a fight about me not caring about her friends? Commenter 1. She's not going to leave. You will have to make her. I've seen this too much. They come in, but they don't leave. You may have to formally evict her. Does she get mail there? Commenter 2. You can't avoid this conflict. Your problem is with Sarah, so that needs to be your focus. Tell her this is about respect in your relationship and that Chloe has outstayed her welcome and is not a considerate house guest, and you expect Sarah to sort it out before you have to. Be straight up. This is your home too, and you agreed to a few days, not a few weeks. This is something that is now significantly negatively impacting you. Tell her that people break up all the time, and that does not excuse them coming into other people's homes and starting relationship issues between them. Don't talk to Chloe, at least not yet. She is Sarah's problem unless she point blank refuses to deal with it. If Sarah does refuse to deal with it, then you need to reevaluate your relationship. After all, What happens the next time or when it is something more serious and she does not have your back and favors her friend over you? Story 3. I, 28F, borrowed my BF's 32M USB and did not like what was on it. I, 28F, have been dating my BF 32M for 2 years now. About a year and a half ago, I went through his phone, yes, I know I shouldn't have, and found a ton of nudes from who I am assuming are his ex-GFs or ex-situationships. Him and I talked about it and how upset and hurt it made me. We also talked about how it was disrespectful to not only me, but to those of who the pictures are of. He told me that he deleted all of the pictures and no longer had them. I recently had a friend of mine break up with her boyfriend because he still had nudes of other girls on his phone. It brought up some shitty feelings, so I decided to talk to my boyfriend about how I was feeling. Even though it was in the past, he was super apologetic and told me that he never wanted to hurt me like that, and he was embarrassed and felt so horrible about it, even though it was a year and a half ago. Fast forward to today. I needed a USB for a project I was working on. I did not have one, so I borrowed one of his. I guess I should have asked, but I didn't think I needed to ask to borrow a USB. I plug it into my computer and click on it to save my file onto it. Well, when I opened it, it had 4 files with the names of 4 different girls, one of them being my name. I clicked on the one with my name, and it had a bunch of intimate pictures of me. I then clicked on the other 3, and there was a file that read plus, and a file that read safe. Under the safe were pictures of these girls' faces, and under the plus were nudes he had promised me over and over again that he had deleted. Please help, I don't know what to do. Commenter 1. First of all, delete all those files. Second of all, break up with him. He lied to you.